If we take a look at the population of South Africa, it was about 36 million people in 1994. Today, that population is approaching 57 million. So, based on that trend, based on the graph you're looking at, do you think this is a positive trend or do you think this is a negative trend? I want you to pause this tape and have a quick discussion with your neighbor. Is it a positive trend? Is it a negative trend? It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. So let's start off with the negative. On the negative side, because the population has grown so quickly, there are a number of challenges that we are struggling to address. Issues relating to, for instance, employment, things like housing, the quality of healthcare and education. As a country, we're under a lot of stress because despite making progress in these areas, because the population is growing so quickly, we're not making progress as quickly as we would like to. And the resources sometimes aren't growing at the same rate as the population is. So definitely there's a negative aspect in that regard. Also, sometimes in South Africa, our infrastructure has struggled to keep pace. So we've had challenges in terms of, for instance, shortages in electricity. Even our refineries can't process enough crude oil to provide enough petrol. At some point, we're running out of cement, and we were importing it from countries like Pakistan and India. So that growing population has had some real negative aspects. But it's also had some positive aspects. If you take a look at companies that are retail facing, their profits since 1994 have grown incredibly. Why? A big part of why companies like Vodacom or Shoprite Checkers have done well is that they are consumer facing. And because the population is growing, the number of customers they have, their market has grown. In addition to the market growing, people are on balance a lot wealthier today than they were in 1994. They've got much more disposable income. So a lot of corporates, a lot of companies who are exposed to the retail sector have benefited immensely from this trend in our population. So it's a double-edged sword. There's some negative aspects that need to be mitigated, but there are also some very, very positive aspects.